Hello everyone, I'm Adele, and welcome back to the FIFA World Cup Simulator project, where we're building a complete tournament engine in Power Query, one query at a time. Today we're building query number 7, Teams Tiebreaker. In the previous query, we built a complete head-to-head standings table for every tied group. Now we have all the information we need: the overall group stage statistics, the head-to-head statistics, the fair play scores, and the FIFA rankings. The challenge now is to bring all of these pieces together into one complete decision table. This is where our ranking engine begins thinking like FIFA. Before we look at the code, let's first understand the idea. Imagine you're a tournament referee. On one desk, you have the official group stage standings. On another desk, you have the head-to-head standings for every tied group. To determine the final ranking, you don't replace one table with the other. You combine them. Every team's final position depends on both its overall tournament performance and, when necessary, its head-to-head performance against the teams it is tied with. Our job is to build one complete table containing every piece of evidence FIFA may need. The query begins by reading two different tables. The first contains the official group stage standings. The second contains the head-to-head statistics calculated only for tied teams. Using a merge operation, we enriched the group stage standings with the corresponding head-to-head information. Teams that were never tied simply receive zeros for every head-to-head statistic. That means every team now shares the same structure, making the ranking process much simpler. Once all the information has been combined, we sort the teams according to FIFA's priority order. First come the overall group stage criteria: points, goal difference, goals scored. If teams remain tied, we immediately continue with the head-to-head criteria: head-to-head points, head-to-head goal difference, head-to-head goals scored. If the tie still survives, we continue with fair play. Finally, if absolutely everything else is identical, the FIFA ranking becomes the last deciding factor in our simulator. At this point, every team has a complete profile ready for the final ranking. One feature I particularly like in this query is the creation of the tiebreaker signature. Instead of storing each criterion separately, we also create a compact text representation of the complete tie-breaking path. For teams that were never tied, the signature contains only the group stage criteria. For tied teams, it combines both the group stage and the head-to-head criteria into a single readable value. This makes debugging remarkably easy because we can immediately see why one team ranks above another. Now that we understand the business idea, let's see how Power Query implements it. We begin by reading the group stage standings from query number 3 and the head-to-head standings from query number 6. After selecting only the necessary columns, we merge both tables using the team ID. Any missing head-to-head values are replaced with zeros so that every team follows the same structure. Next, we sort the data using FIFA's complete sequence of ranking criteria, starting with the overall standings and continuing through the head-to-head statistics, fair play, and finally the FIFA ranking. Lastly, we build the tiebreaker signatures and organize the columns into a clean, easy-to-read structure. Now, for the first time in this project, our data doesn't just describe the tournament, it is ready to make decisions. Now that every tie-breaking criterion has been assembled into one table, the next step is surprisingly simple. In query number 8, Ranking GTB, we'll transform this decision table into the official group stage ranking. This is where our simulator finally produces the standings that determine which teams qualify for the knockout stage.